What's up, guys? So let's do the pre-market analysis. I turned in a bit late because I had some other appointments to run. It's currently 11:08 in UTC plus 2 and currently 5 in the afternoon, Sunday, in UTC minus 4 or New York time, which means the market has just opened. So let's do a quick market recap and see how the market is going to behave this week. So we're going to start with futures. I'll be doing the NAS 100, and since it correlates somehow with the S&P 500 and US 30, I think I'll be doing only NAS 100 and the others will be basing off of NAS 100. Then we'll go off to Forex and see how the markets will behave. Let's get started. So as you can see on my screen, let's go on the futures NAS 100. Looks like the market hasn't opened yet on the futures, but as you can see on the other pairs, it has already opened. On Euro USD, you can see the market is active and moving. Well, let's go to NAS 100. So if you remember last week's stream, we had saw that market will react off of this order block because this was the nearest area of interest, and you can see that it did, and it filled this favorable gap. By doing it, it rebalanced because we also wanted the market to rebalance. We'll get to that in a while, where we were looking on the daily time frame and we saw that the market had made a massive move down and we wanted the market to rebalance. So it is with that reason it has rebalanced, and we can see it right here in the premium zone. So what are we going to be looking out for? These are the four reasons I look for when anticipating moves. Either we need to generate liquidity, we need to sweep liquidity, we need to rebalance to equilibrium. I always struggle with writing equilibrium, but no worries. And we have to fill fair value gaps. Fair value gaps. Right. This is it. So let me enlarge it a bit. Maybe like to 8. These are the reasons that I anticipate my moves. Let's put it right here. So what liquidity points do we see on the US 100? We can see on the daily we have double tops. So this will be a liquidity point, but let's first see if the market will rise higher. So regarding this analysis, we had seen that market would react off of this order block, and it did. So, and this is a major S&D zone, as you can see from right here, which means this is a great chance for the market to go back higher. And by going back higher, it will be targeting the liquidity points in the higher areas. So what we can see, why I anticipated that move is because we had to fill fair value gaps. There are some fair value gaps that were filled when the market was going lower, and there's some fair value gaps that the market will fill when the market goes higher. So we have some right here, some right here. We have some right here. We have some right here, which means the market can't miss any fair value gaps to fill. So what is our anticipation? Let's go to a lower time frame and see. You can see a bit of drop off prices, right? So the first thing you can see is that we have buy side here. This is a great buy side liquidity because many people entered here, me included, because I once sold here with this move going down. And we can see another point right here. Let's go to the 2 hour to see if we can find any other liquidity points. You can see buy side right here. So I think maybe for the market to go, we also had a massive move this last week, and we can see that market rebalanced even though it was a very small week, and then it went higher. So it wouldn't be a surprise if market retested this fully and then targeted the highs. So this is how my analysis looks like on NAS 100. And what I'll try to be looking for this week is that at least let's have an SMT and see if the market is really going to reverse to the upside. I think that was all about that 100. I don't want to spend many minutes on one pair. Let's get to Euro USD. Euro USD weekly. You can see it had a very big move this week, unlike last week. So why was this move? Last week we discussed and saw, well, in my analysis I was saying market had to rebalance, go lower. It had to do something like, okay, we had an SMT. No, sorry, I had a fib retracement here saying that the market will at least go here, but unfortunately it didn't, which means there's still a potential of rebalancing one mean or the other, as we can see that buy side liquidity here has been taken out. So let's do it like this. Let me just retyping it because here we have previous equal highs on the daily time frame. So after sweeping this liquidity, anticipate the market to go lower. You can see it has just opened right when you're doing the analysis. It's crazy, but I anticipate the market to go lower, at least fill this gap and fill this one, and then we can look for sell entries on Euro USD. What's the 30 minute and oh no, sorry, let's go to the 1 hour and look for lower time frame liquidity points because those are the ones that will give us more confirmation. So let's see, we have, oh, this is a great pool of liquidity right here. This one is a great pool of liquidity, and we anticipate market to at least first take out these lows, and if it's to go higher, then it will after taking out those lows. So the movement we are looking for is this downward move like this. Sorry, we're looking for a move which is somewhat okay, and you can see that we have a gap in the opening, New York open market open, so it will surely be filled. Probably something like this, then fill the gap, then head for the liquidity points. This is my look on Euro USD. Look for liquidity points, look for gaps to be filled, look for where markets has to rebalance the equilibrium. And this will be the same analysis on GU. Let's see if the market has opened. Yeah, market has opened. Let's go to the daily. And you can see it on GU. Market tried to rebalance here. You can see from this low to here, it rebalanced, then it went higher. So what liquidity points will the market be looking for? We have this high and we have this high. But will the market continue going higher? Let's see in a bit. We are back after the short break. We were checking on something. So here we can see that market had balanced this price here, and coming to think of it, we had a breaker block right here. So breaker block and fair value gap, that's secret recipe, if I can say that. You can say it like that. So first of all, before we go further, I think the market is going to first rebalance because these moves can't go unbalanced. These moves can't go unbalanced. So market has to rebalance price, and since it didn't break higher than this fair value gap, it's rare for it to go and break it. Maybe if it will first respect it as it had started rebalance, then if it's to break it, it will break it. But you can see most liquidity points were taken. And so the reason we are looking for the market to go lower, it is because we are rebalancing the equilibrium and reacting to a point of interest as this one. So this is how GU would look like. I think we're going a bit fast on some pairs. Let's look for some clues, some clues on how market will go further. Let's go to the 1 hour. At this price leg, we can see that market was choppy around here, and with rebalancing, it might return to this discount zone right here and react to this zone. And we have sell side liquidity here. Yep, this is sell side liquidity. We're doing some quick analysis. We're not going slow in the way. So USDJPY didn't go as planned last week. It was really messy. We were looking on it to go higher and target some liquidity points in the high places, but unfortunately it didn't. Instead, it kept dropping and dropping. It will be like the meme of buying the dip when the dip is actually in the ground. Right, so let's do some analysis. On the weekly time frame, what do we see? We see that the market has rebalanced price, headed down to this zone right here. Yeah, but will it go lower? Will it go higher? Let's see if it would go higher. What would be the reasons? Don't have obvious points of liquidity. Well, but when we go on the daily time frame, we can see a good equal high. We can see a small fair value gap, but here it was rebalanced. Probably we might look if price has to rebalance the equilibrium. Do something like this. So will it rebalance? So the most feasible option for the market is to target this liquidity on this low right here, and after that, that will be targeted after rebalancing, because if the market has to first rebalance price, it has to remain preferably down to the premium, then heading lower for this liquidity right here. Anyways, let me know your review on any other types of content you might need, or any other questions you might have, most likely related to trading. I don't think I'll be doing anything other than that. Well, maybe business, but let's stay focused on trading for the meantime. Well, because it's really worth it. So let's go to the weekly time frame and see if there will be something to make price go lower. Well, after targeting this one, I think maybe market will be ready to reverse, but that will be it for the moment. When you go to the 1 hour, we don't think we would have any entries right now, but since we know what the weekly bias would look like, then it would be good for the week and target what is about to come. We also have equal highs right here. I mean, everywhere there's liquidity resting in the buy side. I mean, when the market really goes higher, it will be craving that liquidity. Let's go to the daily. USDCHF. Right, USDCHF is in a bloodbath right now. As we can see, it's making some predictable moves, very unpredictable. Has it ever reached this point in history? Let's see. Let's do some more ranges, like 12 months. Ooh, candle, yeah, looks like all of this time it's been dropping. So, would you expect? Right, so let's go maybe to 1 month. So, all of its time has been either ranging or dropping. It's crazy. So I think if you want to trade USDCHF, you'd mostly look for sales. Let's go daily. Well, my bias here would be to first rebalance. Maybe to this. This is not a very good high to rebalance to. Probably here. So if market would rebalance, then it would be great to enter in a trade. And before we have that rebalance, this is not a good pair to okay, it's a good pair to trade, but don't think I would trade this pair these times. It's really I'm not really interested in this one. It's looking really messy. In fact, in a couple of days I'll remove it from my watch list if it continues like that. Let's go to Euro JPY. Euro JPY, always ranging. Let's go to the weekly. You can see it is always ranging. It's not clear trend. When you go to the 4 hour, we can see sometimes it's running for the highs, some other times it's running for the lows. I mean, when you go to the weekly or daily, you can see that it has never crossed this range. I mean, we can't have clear out the trend. We will be trading the kind of a higher time frame consolidation. Let's see GJ, how GJ is doing. GJ, same thing. It's like in higher time frame consolidation. When we go to the daily, let's go to daily. Maybe if we were to trade this pair, we wouldn't do something long term. We would do something short term, some kind of short term analysis, short term trade. Then we are done for the pair. So what would I anticipate here? Kind of having two hats on this. I have price side here. I have a fair value gap to be filled. It has to rebalance, so most likely going higher, though it might be affected by some other factors like news. But let's wait and see how it plays out. GBP odd, a very great pair. I really like this one though. Let's do this one. So weekly, we can see it is in some kind of uptrend. Very good rebalance of price. You can see it dropping. We have this low here. We have this high, and we can see it's trying to rebalance. But when you go to the daily, it might be rebalancing higher so that it can go lower again. Well, both is possible, but we are targeting for it to go lower. So we have sell side liquidity here. Sell side liquidity here. So we're anticipating that the market should go lower before continuing higher. We have other sell side liquidity right here because these are relatively equal lows and some liquidity resting below here. So these lows have a significant amount of liquidity. So I think we will be looking for sales maybe this week, short term, because once we get in this discount zone, anytime soon we would bump higher. We will jump higher. So let's see if we might get an entry on this Monday. Okay, so market reacted to a fair value. This is a really big fair value gap. Market respected it and is trying to go lower, as you can see. And as it goes lower, that will be our next target of liquidity. Might probably target these lows. Yes, this and this. And if we would get an entry criteria here, we would enter like off of this fair value gap going lower, because you can see on Friday, even though we weren't online, market respected the fair value gap and then it dropped. This is some news or equities open. Even though I don't think equities open would react to would influence the forex pairs, but GBP odd, I'll be looking for some good sales heading to equilibrium and sweeping out liquidity. Let's be fast, guys, and go to USD CAD, another pair I'm liking. So USD CAD is in another bloodbath, but we are soon to discover why. So first of all, we can see that it is rebalancing somehow, because sorry, still have this from this high, this low. Yeah, so, okay. So you can see that we have already reached discount. So anytime soon, we would go higher because we have a good order block here. Order block right here. Then market will be looking for higher prices, maybe to rebalance this price leg, then head lower because we have some liquidity, and as you can see, it's not providing any signs of reversing. So this will be some, I think it will be something like this. Reverse this price leg, and here we would have some kind of split. Sorry, we would have a descending zone. So it will be broken, then market reacts to it, then lower. And maybe not by the end of this week or even the next one, but These lows are look very significant and market would come running for them. So what am I looking for? Short-term buys, long-term sells on USD CAD. Let's go to the 1 hour, see how it's behaving currently. The 1 hour, it has just opened and it's not moving. We can't anticipate anything from that, but we can see that it will be dropping lower anytime soon. CAD JPY. I actually think I'm doing really more pairs. I think I'll scale down one time. It's kind of too much. I'll be doing daily analysis, daily backtesting, so make sure to follow up. So we have some ranging markets. I don't know, it's kind of a bit shaky here. It was in a downtrend and then it started ranging. So if we were to take a trade here, there will be short-term trades regarding on what the lower time frame tells us. And I don't do lower time frame unless we are at the start of the day. This is pre-market open, well, even though it opened, but weekly analysis. So looking, having an overview of the whole week. So I don't think I can do analysis of all of that, of how it's going to react. So what do we see? Market creates the gap. It will fill it. Most people trade this small open gap because market really likes to fill it, even though it has crashed on opening it. It will have to fill it. Where do we have our liquidity points? We have liquidity right here. So even though I'm not a fan of this, when I come back on CAD JPY on the daily, I will be anticipating for it to go lower to take out this liquidity, and will depend on the market conditions that will be available. I think that's all for the major pairs. The other ones will be taking small looks like GBP, NZD, or gold, and well, Bitcoin just for the fun of knowing where it's going. I don't usually think I'll be trading some Bitcoin. Here, GBP NZD has already started filling the gap because you can see it opened here. Now it's dropping, trying to fill the gap. Oh, nice move. Right, so you can see liquidity has been swept out. Let's look for other points of liquidity. I think that's the only thing I'll come into the market looking for. Liquidity. Mm-hmm. Well, I think this is a bit clearer as look another market. So gold, all-time high. I'm very proud of this one, even though I don't really do it. So what do you see? Market is in uptrend, corrective. Now we are in the impulsive. I mean, go to the 1 hour time frame. You can see that market is now running higher. If it's to go lower, it will first rebalance, react all the blocks, rebalance, and this other block has to is colliding with an S&D zone. So if it would go higher after reacting to this S&D, it will be a good confluence. So probably this week, if gold behaves well, it will be going higher because I don't see any reason it would stop except for the corrective moves of filling this gap and maybe some other gaps right here. But it has already done its corrective move last week, I guess. Let's see. It has done its corrective move right these days. And we're currently in the impulsive move. Actually, you can see we had a small corrective move like here. This is a valid sweep. So if market would come to this fair value gap, we would have the classic ICT entry model right here on the daily time frame, and we will be okay with swinging gold. And I think that was all for today. I tried to make it a bit quick. I really didn't want to have you on the screen watching content instead of creating yours for more than an hour. I hope I didn't take more than an hour. Ooh, well, I think it's like some 30 minutes. No worries. Let us continue. And I think that was all about this. And Lastly, patience, keep working, and until we talk again, stay safe.